Look at those beauties. The F-Class diesels. They're something, ain't they? Big old workhorses. Well, you served the beginning of the 2nd century pretty darn well. I'm impressed. You survived a very dark time in history, too. That's all behind you now. A new era awaits you. One filled with new technologies and more cunning competitors. As you enter this new era, it seems your politics haven't been compromised by the Russian experience, 'cause the French are calling your name.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Railroad Tycoon 2, the 2nd century campaign. It's the start of the middle, with the super trains. 1960 is our start here. All of these scenarios kind of start, in the sort of, we'll call it modern day era of locomotive transport. And we have got, like I said, the super trains. We probably want to either go, probably not fuel costs because we plan on going electric with this one. I think a lot of these scenarios that's going to be the case. Engine speed is not half bad, but so is electric track building being reduced. That's quite good as well. I am tempted to go by the plus 10% engine speed due to one of the wind conditions. That could be quite clutch, actually, at least getting us the silver. So, also, I did manage to go back and, I got the silver on this one. Just barely got it. Honestly, horrible. Anyway, let's begin the scenario.
The French just can't stand still, can they? As the country's wealth grows, so does the need to rush people all over the place. From Paris to Bordeaux, from the Riviera to the Alps. Everybody wants to go everywhere, and the TGV is the right tool for the job. But can you ever afford it? Well, let's see here. I got $6.23. How much have you got?
New railway technology has nudged France into making the world's fastest commercial passenger and mail service. Your goal is to prove that such a well-run company can make a profit. You are not concerned with freight traffic, and only passenger and mail will be available to you. That's interesting. For the bronze, you must have a net book value of 5 million, that's nice and easy, by the end of 1980. You should, I don't know how on earth you don't get that, to be honest. That's the book value of your company. For the silver, you must also have moved 200 loads of passengers, I should think that's easy enough, and have attained an average lifetime track speed of 60 miles an hour, hence why we've gone with the train speed here. So that's a lifetime track speed. For the gold, you must achieve a personal net worth of at least 5 million, a company net worth of 10 million, and you must connect Paris, Dijon, Lyon, Marseille, and Nice. I assume that's pronounced Lyon. That's the one I'm not too sure about, actually. Right, okay, I think that's good. So, we don't need to think about that. We just need to, we should get the 200 passengers. The train speed, we need to think about track placement and trying to go for straight lines. Personal net worth of 10 million. No, 5 million, company net worth of 10, and connect to all the places. This feels like something I should be able to achieve, but we'll see, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go maximum investment here, so that we can build one very long, perhaps railroad to begin with. We can also maybe buy back a little bit of stock. Alternatively, I could buy a tiny bit more on margin as well. So that puts me, where does that put me? Okay, not so bad. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so do we want to start in Paris? Do we also have competitors? We don't have any competitors. That's really nice to know, actually. We are pretty much just doing this scenario all around France. I guess we can eventually sort of go out to Germany. Possibly go to Stuttgart there. Italy, right? No, Italy's way down there. What am I on about? Sorry. Ignore me. There's Marseille. That's a pretty good one. It gets a little bit hilly there, doesn't it? Toulouse is pretty good. That's got a good, decent number of houses. Bordeaux, looking quite nice. It's fairly flat-ish. There's Orleans. There's Paris, which is... that's a really nice start, actually. Like I said, I want to try and make this as long as possible, but we're gonna go with a diesel engine to begin with. So first of all, just so I can get an idea of how much one train would cost, especially given the fact that we've got to build 2 bridges. 1.5 million. I like this though. Gonna get an idea of how... it does get a bit hilly at parts. Is it like along here? Not so bad. Alright. So, go over medium station. We can expand to a large if we want down the line, but I think I might just stick to medium just to save precious money. We do need it. What's an alternative? There is Limoges. There is just straight on to Toulouse, but that gets very hilly there. I am more inclined to go for Bordeaux. Possibly build... yeah, along here. Kind of a track going along here. And then we can expand out to these little stations if we want to build sort of additional services. Perhaps down to... Le Mans is pretty good, actually. That's got a good few houses there. What about over here? Yeah, it all seems to be fairly evenly split. I do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses is not half bad. And we build this. I'm probably going to have to go for a large station, unfortunately, here. Yeah, that's expensive, but that's what it is. Okay, that's fine. Do I reverse engineer this? Maybe. But I need to make sure that this is all... oh, this is the best way, surely. There's got to be a little cut through here. Maybe just doing it like this. 2.1 degrees. This is all pretty good. Alright, let's try this. 2.1's fine, 2.4's fine. Okay, we'll take it up to here. That's fine. Right, can we connect them? 3.9 degrees. No. How about we don't do that? How about instead we bring you, yep, along here. I like that. That's perfect. 500k. Oh, that is one extensive line. Okay, so we have to rely on a couple of diesels. We have a choice of two. We've got the GP9, which is 13 and 63 to run. Bearing in mind it's much more expensive than electric trains. But these trains are at least a good speed. Really looking forward to getting that, because that average speed will go right up. The speed of this one's better. So maybe we should opt for this one. It's also a bit cheaper to bring in, but it's less reliable. Above average acceleration, below average reliability. I'm going to go for reliability here. I can't afford to have anything happen, so yeah, we'll go for passengers, mail. We'll take a caboose. And more or less do the same, really. We'll go for dining carts. I think that's probably a good way to go. Unloading at Paris, that's fine. We just need standing towers, round houses, stuff like that. Yeah. And we also want stuff like a large restaurant. I guess a saloon will have to do, right? Paris can have a standing tower and a saloon. Can we afford that? We can. Okay. We might actually have our basics in place here. Let's see what this can do. Oh! 600k. Very nice. Now you imagine if we start getting hotels and restaurants in there, that's only gonna, well, yeah, it's gonna stay pretty high actually. But yeah, off it goes. What are we looking at here? Yeah, we need to get that speed up. So yes, there's a few turns here, but this is a nice, look at this stretch. Once we get a TGV going there, oh, that's going to be very nice. But yeah, I quite like this average speed. That's fine, we don't need dividends being paid. I'll probably try and buy a little bit more stock right before we send this one arrives, if I can. Purchasing power is going to go down because the stock value is going to go down, so maybe that's not going to happen. An electric train, pretty steady, actually. That would be quite good if you want to do like a mid-distance one, let's say over here. That is actually quite good. Make sure these are at least half full. We generally want to focus on passengers because mail tends to expire quicker. I also just don't seem to get as much from mail, to be honest, so I am tempted to go all passengers all the way. But it does, having less actual passenger compartments or cargo does actually increase the value of those individual loads. But look at this, 64 miles per hour. Frickin' awesome. The Bordeaux Boomer. Yeah. Right, make sure you've got everything here. Bordeaux has... What do you mean it has nothing? Where did everybody go? Genuinely, where did everybody go? Game? What was that? What's that for? Why you guys to be like that? Oh, okay, anyway, we can issue some bonds. We do want to, at some point, build some electric track. I'm liking, what's it, Reims over here? This is a decent little route for an electric train. Have a look at this. It's generally flat. If we go this way, I think. There's going to be like a nice little way through. 2.1. There it is. Costs 358k. The whole thing will cost about 800. We can probably do that over the course of a couple of bonds, I reckon. What on earth has happened here? Seriously. Bit annoyed of this. It's just all the passengers have disappeared. I'm guessing it just front-loaded when they spawn in, I suppose. I should really... Track building higher. That's useless. Station turnaround fast. Station building cheaper. Yeah. The electric engine purchase. At some point that's going to be really good. Especially for buying these. Maybe I want to keep you all scenario, actually. Is this slowing down our lifetime value, by any chance? Our lifetime average track speed? I have a feeling it might be. 49 miles per hour. Loads hauled. 3. And with it being a slightly shorter train, that should also increase the average speed as well. It's already going up above 50, but we need to see it go higher. We could even, if we really wanted to, increase the speed of it. But I'm going to let it just sort of go along like this. Yeah, I also need to assess if we need to build a roundhouse there, because this thing's going to get through oil a little bit quicker, and it looks like it is going to need that. If it runs out of oil, then... Oh, that's a fast diesel. That's a very fast diesel. That is probably a better one to go for, actually. If you look at the... In terms of running them, it's only slightly more expensive, but that speed, though. Whew. But yeah, we want to get electric trains going for sure here. I think I am going to have micromanage this a little bit. But yeah, the game's kind of screwed me over in this first year, which is a bit annoying, but that is what it is. Okay, just ran out of sand at the end there. We got a good amount of money for those passengers, though, didn't we? I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 passengers. I might even grab a full 5 here, actually, if it's going to be a little bit funny with me. I will micromanage this, and is the dining car just for adjacent cars? Any attached to passenger revenue of any train? So it's the whole revenue. Do you know what? No, we're going to go all the way. Yeah, we'll go with 4. Really up that revenue by 20% across all of these is... Hold. I just realised. Oil. Oil! We need that oil. Sorry, there we go. Roundhouse. That'll still go through. Because it's sort of connects. It's about there. It's sort of... Yeah, there we go. It's not actually in the station itself that it refuels. It's just outside of it. So that works nicely. Okay, once we've got this in... Did I forget to buy more shares again? Yeah, that's classic me, isn't it? Alright, whatever. Another year done. Okay, 49 miles an hour still. This should hopefully start to increase. Okay, so as you know, distance between the stations is what really gives you that extra revenue. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for Reims here. Down to Le Mans. That's a pretty healthy distance. Not as far as this one, but still good. And then at some point we're going to go for Lille to, I think, Metz, I believe it is. And that will give us 3 really quite nice routes, actually. But yeah, we're going to need to really increase our volume of passengers that we're hauling around here. So let's go ahead and... I can't buy back any stocks. I'm going to issue 2 bonds. A 1 and a 2. 9%, not amazing, but we've had worse rates before, haven't we? So, we're going to have to build 1 bridge. It's going to go directly across here at some point. Let's go ahead and... where's a good spot for this? I don't think there is a very good spot. We could have it go down through Paris, but I don't want to do that. Instead, then, I'm going to have it be a large station, and it can start at least a bit further along here then. Make sure that's all flat. That is all flat enough. There we go. Okay. I hate to say it, but we're going to stick to diesel, I think, for now. I really would like to go electric, though. Like, really, really, really would like to, but I think I'm going to have to sort of earn a bit more money and then electrify everything. As long as it stays fairly flat, that is a half-decent little train. It's not a bad train at all, is it? This electric one. That's why I could go shorter distance and go for short electrics, but that may not be the smartest idea, to be honest. 200. So that cost about, what was it, 200? 300k? Going along here, down here, it costs 700. Huh. That is for electric. We were to do that. Pass another station. What train would I use? Because I can't use the TGV right away. Possibly this pen one. 63, 46. This is marginally faster, but not as reliable. Still, though, a lot cheaper to run. Half the electric fuel cost. That is not half bad. I think I might have to issue one more bond. Yeah, we're going to go electric here. Going to go electric. Let's see if we can get this just right. There it is. Let's have this so it's nice and... This is actually quite a good way to go. Depends where we want to go from here. Do you want to go down this way? Do you want to cut straight across? Because it's a bit hilly. Actually, it's not that bad. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I think we found it. We'll stick to... As for bridges, yeah, along here. Nope, that's... Yeah, we're going to have this cut across like so. That's it. Still need to be able to afford the train. 258. We are paused. Good. We can afford a medium station. That's all we need here. Oh, that is still very close. But there it is. Just about. Just about. And it's connected, so it should all be electric. Let's just make sure it is, though. Oh, wow. That's fine, though. That's okay. Right, where are you? No, you shouldn't be at Paris. Can't reach station. Where are you located? No station. Okay. Oh, that was close. Scared the life out of me there. Right. Passengers. Yeah, take an extra passengers. Let's go heavy on the passengers here. And you can more or less do the same. Maybe go for a male, actually. How are you looking? Like I say, we should be micromanaging this quite heavily. Okay, that's fine. Boom time's ahead. That is excellent timing, given the fact that we've got an extra train on the tracks now. There it is. Okay. I'm very happy with this. Okay, another year done. Average lifetime speed is 48 miles per hour. So that's, that's okay. We really could be doing a little bit better. I think I might have to at some point take a carriage off here just to increase the train speeds, but since we have so few trains at the moment, we actually don't need to worry so much about the speed right now. Okay, that's quite a bit of debt. Hold here. We are going to need to, I think, go for a sanding tower and a roundhouse right away. Do you need the sanding tower? Yeah, you definitely do. In fact, hang on. Make sure you actually have the cargo we need. Right, no, you do not. Let's go light, so you go super fast. Yeah, that's going to be pretty nice. It's got fast acceleration as well, so that'll be quite good. So you're unloading. Once we get that money in, stop there. Okay, now we can add the roundhouse. Probably get these in now, I reckon. And as you need the same roundhouse sanding tower. Okay, everything's sustainable. Everything's wonderful. Let's also start looking at getting a few goodies in here, shall we? Like a large hotel. That'll make us a good bit of money. I'd have thought so anyway. Paris, yep, go all passengers. In fact, go all passengers. Oh, hang on, you can go now. Off you go. Fantastic. So it's a slightly shorter train. It should go a little bit faster. And it's still making us, yeah, a good 300k there. But you see how much the debt, though, is adding up. Ah. Le Mans man. How about that? He's a real man's man. Okay, here we go. Nice. Profits about 700k. That's very good. Average lifetime speed is going up. Company book value is nearly at 5 million already. Personal net worth, though, is looking pathetic. Oops, hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Let's have, let's go for high volume then, this time around. That's fine. Absolutely fine. We're not really making... Well, no, once we get this in, we'll have a full 600k to play with, and we might be able to either pay down some debts. Kind of depends, actually. Oh, yeah. We want to absolutely reissue that debt, but I think I'm going to need to wait until this train gets in here. What are we looking at in Bordeaux? Let's go with this. Yes. That should be fine. That is nice. Just double check that's still all good. Down to 4. That's exactly how many we have. Okay, reissue that debt. So we issue a bond for 6%. And we just do it like this. That will reduce quite a bit, actually, how much we need to pay back each quarter. I think it works out as. Right, there's a bit of a hill here. If we go for ground, it's not amazing, is it? That's not so bad, actually. Gets up onto this bit of hill. 300k that costs. Okay. Where did it go? Up to here? To about here? There's a big cavern there. Oh, it really does sort of drop down. Oh, there we go. Down here. Keep it in a very straight line. 800k. So 300, 800, 1.5 mil. And then from here it can sort of cut through to about there. 1.5. Yeah. 2 million. Do I issue a bunch more debt, or am I pushing it a little bit far? I'd need to take out another 3 loans, and I think that might be asking for a little bit much. Whereas if these 2 trains can get in, then maybe I can take out another 3 loans, and we'll be okay after that. Oh, General Electric Corporation has contacted you and offered to sell you rehab GG1s over the next 5 years. To clear the paperwork, you must pay 70,000. Yeah? Absolutely, I'll take the GG1. Are you kidding me? Oh, winner, winner. GG1's for dinner. I mean, yeah, 1935 train. So much faster, though. Look at this. Look at the speed difference. That's it. So we get this for 5 years, eh? I'll take it. 1, it's so much more reliable. I might actually be more interested in electrifying this track first, in that case. But there it goes, the mighty GG1. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, let's have these 2 get in, and then I think we should build a fresh electric track, a fresh GG1. Then we can look at switching over the train here as well to electric. So we've got 3 trains making quite a bit of money. I might actually start looking at buying back some stock before it goes a little bit out of control. I might even issue bonds while I do that as well. It's not the craziest thing to do. Has the stock even split yet? I don't think it has. It's probably going to shortly. Have to see, really. Yeah, I really need to focus on, I think, getting some shares back too. As long as the company's making good money, we're going to do just fine here. Oh, this is... what a result. Okay, we've got a good million here right now. So, let's have a quick look. We've got 5% bond rate, which I think I'm going to use to take out what? Yeah, we'll take out that. Okay, that's fine. We've got 2.5 million to play with, and we can take out more if we want. I just would love to get an additional train going here. I do think that would be pretty good. I think it might actually be cheaper to go for a large station and just build it further away as well while we're at it. Let's get the track down first. Met is a bit split up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses, which is really nice. That's a really, really good number to have. I do need to make sure, though, that I've got the track going the right way here. It's sort of... yeah, this is fine. I think actually we're just going to have this go... are we going to have this continue going straight? I think we are. Yeah. Yeah, we might as well. The 3% gradient is not amazing, but if it's a straight line, it's less painful. There we are. Yeah, look at this, look at this. This is great. There it is. Look. Easy. How easy was this? Oh, well, I'm a very happy boy right now. Yep, everything's in there. Beautiful. Okay. GG1s. And I can't see... hang on, I can just about make it there. I also need to build the station over here, don't I? Didn't actually do that. Let's go ahead and... oh, a large station, of course. Yep, everything's in. Which means everything can get out. Alright, so what do we have here then? We've got passengers. We're going to start, I think, at Metz because we've got one more. Passengers, passengers mail, caboose. And passengers 3 there. Okay, that's fine. Alright, and that's it. We also need to build... no. Metz, Lille. You need these right away. Standing tower. Okay, lovely. So that's at least good for one journey there. Oh, I'm so happy we've got some old GG1s. And obviously, much faster, much quicker... sorry, much quicker, much cheaper to run as well than a diesel train. So I have had to build an extra standing tower just over here, just because it is a little bit far for it. And there are some hills, so there you go. In it goes. Oh, the little cannonball. We'll just have to call it the little cannonball. There you go. Isn't that nice? What do we have here? We have more passengers. More passengers then. Yep. So oi! You just suddenly decided you didn't want some more passengers. Oh, was there only 3? Is that why? Okay, that's fine. Do it again then. Lovely. Make sure it's nice and full. Get as much... squeeze as much revenue as we can. But getting an electric track going here is high up on my list of priorities. And really, I'm probably just going to go for GG1s. And actually, I can find my last financial report, which I always forget how to do. Overview next. There we go. 53 miles per hour. We still need to boost this quite a bit. What's the difference here? I mean, it's that gradient difference is kind of the thing, though, isn't it? Now, one little trick we will probably do is... I mean, I'm going to need to purchase a bunch of extra GG1s, aren't I? Just so we have them in storage, as it were. But I do want to get... I want a GG1 here. This is actually a good line for the TGV. What is its acceleration? Not exactly amazing. Feels like a bit of a catch, to be honest. I don't know. Part of me also thinks that diesel train, this one here, the Class 55 Delta, is a good way to go. In terms of next expansion, I'm not so sure where I want to go now. We do need to make our connections to our winning stations, as it were. Somewhere like Toulouse would be really good to utilise, but how do we use it? Maybe it just sort of goes along here. Maybe we do just build a little short one along here. Could be an option. Perhaps it does swing along to Dijon and we sort of have it curve around. That's not such a crazy idea. Maybe that is a bit of a crazy idea, actually. Weesh. Yeah. Well, no, if we can get along here. This is all very good. There's a bridge there we'd need to build. 3.9% is a bit much. That's asking for quite a lot. That's very good though, isn't it? 3.5 though. Best I've seen. Yeah, that 3.5. So let's say we get across here, then what? We've got to go around this mountain. There you go, 2.1, 2.4, although there's Dijon, it's right there. How much does it cost to unlock these territories? Okay, so have a little look here. the territories we need to unlock are these 4 cities. They cost 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. Alright, that's going to be quite something. And we've also got a lot here. There's Marseille itself. And there's Lyon. Ah, actually, Lyon to Marseille. We can build large stations outside of these, by the way, if we want to use them. That's no problem. And remember, we just need to make the connections to them. So that is always an option here. Look, it goes along here, like that. Hello, yeah. I think this would work. I'd probably need to sort of check it first. As long as we build a small station inside it, it counts as being connected, I think. So that, I think, is going to be our next move. Debt, unfortunately, is becoming a bit more expensive. And I don't really want to take on any more debt at the moment. We've kind of taken on quite a bit. I don't mind like one bond to get us over the edge on something. But for now, I think I'll just wait. We've done very well for our first 5 years. I'd say we're off to a flying start here. Okay, we've had a whopping 3-to-1 split. Probably should have bought back some stock in that time. My net worth has gone up quite a bit, though. And if I double check this here, what is my personal net worth? I only need to reach 5 million, and I'm already 1/5 the way there. A company net worth of 10 million, easy. It's just about making sure it's about transporting the volume of passengers that is required to win the scenario. So that's something I need to, I think, check next time. Is maybe I just get like a small train going from somewhere like Caen or Rouen here down to Rennes or Rennes? Nantes, there. There's a route right there. That's our next one. Alright, we can take on a little bit of debt, I think, to get this over the line. 1.7 mil, that's fine. I'm going to take a flat route there, because I think that really is, in this case, a little bit better. So let's take a look here. Still going electric, of course. We can go straight line down. Maintain the straight line pretty much the whole way, although I'm going to have to change it over at least somewhere. 2.8, 2.1, 2.8 again. Sure, I had it so that it would have been... Here we go. That's the spot. Can come down like this, and like that. And that's it. Look at that. Beautiful. That is one fairly smooth line. Let's go ahead and bring in another GG1. And this is going to start in Nantes this time. We'll go for 2 of these. Do that. Looks nice. And from Rouen, do the same thing, I guess. I don't know. That should do. And we do also need to buy some of the basics. Fantastic. I still haven't bought much in terms of hotels and stuff. I think I did in Paris because it's always got so much available here. The bloomers off the economic boom. That's a shame, isn't it? You also need to pick up a passenger, or rather, why don't you just do this? Yeah, let's go with increasing that passenger revenue that we do have here. That's probably the best way to do this, I reckon. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely terrific. Okay, it's fairly straight lines. You know, there's a few gradients, but all in all, the GG1 is going to absolutely master this. No problem. I'm also going to buy back a little bit of stock here too. Whilst the stock market is perhaps hindered a little bit. If we do get a crash, I'm going to start buying quite aggressively as well. Wow, that is really nice. 800k. Chimpy Rail maintains high-speed service, averaging at least 60 miles per hour. It's increased its ridership by 5%. That's good. Success breeds success, I suppose. More money. Still liking the electric train costs being reduced at the moment, but it may be worth. Track building cheaper, passenger revenue higher, and engine purchase being cheaper. So it's the same thing, but the 5% higher passenger revenue. There's our man. It's the OG, Mr. George Stephenson, or one of the OGs. Okay, very good. Let's also, before I forget, build the essentials here. Yeah, really, really good. We are in a very strong position right now. Oh. The train's been robbed. Okay. There we go. Well, we're still doing well in terms of average speed, but that might actually hold us back a little bit. Still, at least the passenger revenue going up 5% will help us. An average lifetime speed of 58 miles an hour. We're still pushing that up, but we need to keep pushing it up. Also started building along here as well. I've also already bought the 2 stations and the GG1. We just need to get the track down now. But with the economy cooling, I'm not too sure what the best approach here is. We kind of have to wait for revenue to actually... Oi! Oh yeah, you got robbed. I was about to say, why have you got no cargo? You would have cargo. But not this time. I'm glad we've gone for the increase in train speed. I did also give us a bit of a dividend, but there was no need for that. Civil unrest causes a 50% reduction in passengers for rail travel. No end in sight. Parisian students take over cities. Yes, that. Okay, we will need to sort of micromanage these a little bit then. For instance, you've got nothing here. Okay. The Bordeaux Boa. Bordeaux Boa? Actually, that's a good name for a train. Yeah, Boa. Okay, Nance, you've got... Yeah, you're okay. Very good. And over here, this little train, I guess, can have that. You can wait for a little bit more cargo. That's not in any way helpful. Oh, look at those costs. What is... I mean, your costs have gone up a lot. 97,000. Okay, I think electrifying the track is top of the list of things to do here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, shall we? We've already got the track built, so actually just paying to electrify it shouldn't be the worst thing we've ever done. Yeah, I think that's necessary. And instead, I'm going to make you... I think I might retire you, actually. There's no trains here. Yeah, I'm going to retire. The Bordeaux Boomer. Oops. Although... No, I'm not going to retire it. I'm just going to replace it. Which I can do now, actually, I just realised. Yeah, there it is. Great. Okay, that just keeps the costs down quite a bit. Uh-oh. The French government has offered GP Rail the opportunity to be part of the French tourism ad campaign. The price for this opportunity is $250,000. Naturally, it will take about a year to see if there is any improvement in ridership. Yep, let's do it. I realise, yeah, I think we're going to need to do it, because ultimately, we've still got another 10 years to go. If the economy gets back on track and we get increased ridership, we can absolutely rake in the cash. I realise, though, this puts us in a bit of a deficit for the time being, but that's okay. So there we go, that's fine. We do have a lot of trains on the go now, which is nice. But yeah, you can see we are having the odd empty carriage. That should be fine. In fact, that should be more than fine. There you go. Oh. Scratch that then. Yeah, taking mail's a little bit... Not really the way we should be doing this, I guess. Empty one there, waiting for cargo. Well, I guess that is what it is. You need one more. There we go, just in time. Alright, we're back up to neutral, and we have the ad campaign going. Okay, we've got a lot to look forward to next year. We've recovered quicker than I thought we would. Well, we're almost at the end of 1969, and the number of years we have to pull off what we were going to do. Your investment in the French tourism campaign has helped increase ridership by 35%. Are you actually kidding me right now? That is phenomenal. Wow. How much to buy back stock? 71. Oh, you know what? Not so bad. Okay. I have some purchasing power, but not a great deal. Now, I kind of want to get this going down here. The last 5 years, I'll need to spend actually, you know, buying back shares, as it were. Yeah, I guess we will just have you hug the sort of... Yeah. Then you kind of go across. That works. That will work whenever we have the money, that is. Okay, very good. And I should... Oh, we don't have any more GG1s. This will be our last GG1. So if we do want to expand, we're going to have to do something about that. What have you got? Yeah, perfect. Oh, just about made it. Okay then, so look at this. Look at this. We have to go I think like that. Up to now, Leon. Right, there you go. And that will make us plenty of money. Do we have the infrastructure in place? No, we don't. We will work on that. Yes, this has to be a GG one, I think. Now, this train has fallen out of service, which means the reliability or breakdown chance is probably going to start increasing, but I think it'll be fine for most of the scenario. Going downhill, this train's going to be very quick. I may want to take off a carriage whilst going uphill, because I think the average speed of this one is going to be a bit sluggish. We'll have to see. There we go. That's good. Roundhouse. Sanding Tower. Sorry, there we go. Marseille, same again. Oh, that's just fantastic, isn't it? There's 4 there. That should be exactly enough for this. Civil unrest is over. Rail ridership has returned to normal. Isn't this just perfect? Right, this is exactly what we want. This is all adding up right now. Okay, I'm going to start buying back a few shares as well. Economy, yep, economy growing. We bought some back just in time, which is really nice. We don't need to own the whole company, we just need to own a decent share of it and keep profits going up, I suppose. I also want to sort of do stuff like this. You know, build some saloons. Maybe a roundhouse, turn around a bit quicker. We'll see, but all these passengers are going to add up quite a lot. Now look at the average speed, way over 60. Okay, so end of 1970. We have not connected anywhere to Paris just yet, technically. But we have almost fulfilled the number of passengers. We're 3/4 of the way there. I still need to really work on my personal net worth, and the average lifetime speed is 62 miles per hour. Which is actually quite good here. Something we can do if we want to... I was going to say, we haven't connected anything to anywhere at the moment. We do need to think about doing something with Dijon. But do what with Dijon? There's the big question. Can we connect to Luxembourg? That might be quite a good one if we go to territories. How much? Is that it? Yeah, there's a really good opportunity here. Have a look at this. Dijon's got a good amount of houses. We can have it speed all the way up here. More or less a straight line. This might be a good route for a TGV if we can keep it flat-ish. We don't want that. We want single track. Single track has been enough this entire scenario. But yeah, it's all mostly flats. How much is that? 1.4 mil? Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to make the connection politically to Dijon here because that's going to be the best. Oh, I swear I have that. I'm very close to it, actually. There we go. Now I can. So yeah, because we have to do this for all of them anyway, so we might as well bite the bullet now for at least one. This will be going across this track here, which if we can then connect this track to up here, that then technically counts as being connected to Paris. By definition only, though. Boom times ahead, which means debt, debt, debt. We can absolutely take on a bit more debt if we want to. So what are we looking at? 5% here. I think I might bring a few of these down. Just for the sake of keeping everything kind of steady. Yeah, there we go. Maybe even... Yeah, there we go. That's pretty nice, isn't it? Alright. I do still think I want... Actually, no, let's... how much is it to do this? We've got 200k here. I think we have to... Yeah, this has to be inside it, so we're going to do this. This is so nice and flat for the most part. 700k. Right, yeah, it goes along here. Then from here it can go... Oh, that's kind of thrown me off. Kind of we've got to get this just right. And I don't know where this just right is. Is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, I guess that is it. Alright then, and then that can go up to here. Yeah. Alright, we need a few million. About 1.5 maybe. I don't want to do that entirely through debt, however I will probably, just in case something happens, issue a couple of... You know, I think I will issue a couple of bonds. We'll do... Yeah, we'll take some of it that way. Okay, 2.2 million is pretty nice. Let's just bump that up slightly more. There we go, 2.6. Alright, so I think what we need to do is plan this quite carefully again. At least this bit here. So let's just flies all the way up, and then I think there was one that was about 2.8. That is not it, actually. That's not it. That was close. I think it was this. Yep. 2.4 is the highest we see there. There it is. 1 million. We can then purchase a TGV Black, I guess. Let's do it. Alright. Dijon. Luxembourg. Right, let's go ahead and go passengers. 5 carriages? I guess that's what we're going to do. We'll see how it does to begin with. Okay, and we want to go Roundhouse, Sanding Tower. And again here, Roundhouse, Sanding Tower. Good, this is done. But is this going to be good enough is the question. Alright, we have hauled 200 loads of passengers. That is fantastic, really. This is already doing up to sort of 70 and stuff like that. It is going pretty damn quick. 86, this is fast. Have a look at this. And this is the big stretch. I should hopefully just be able to really pick up some speed despite some of the gradients. 93 miles an hour. Have a look at that. It's going a bit slower down because of the... Well, no, it's fine. Reaching 100. Oh. This is the TGV. This is excellent. Honestly, really pleased with that. We'll grab a passenger, a mail instead, since there's a distinct lack of stuff here. There we go, and back you go. Hopefully this will actually be a profitable train. It looks like it's gonna be. Looks like it is gonna make a nice profit for us. I mean, that's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, and it really picks up some speed. This is gonna massively increase our average speed. I'm bloody pleased with that. Right, anyway. Maintain a high service, very good. So all of this is false right now. Personal net worth is 5 million. Company net worth we've already beaten. We need to get this up to 5 million. So I'm going to have to bring this over here, and I think that counts as Dijon being connected. Fantastic. Another little bit of success. And if we connect Dijon to Lyon here, and then we connect to these two, we've got those out of the way. Nice is the last one, which we would do pretty much in name only, to be honest with you. We need to earn a few million to actually make these connections, I just realised, because we need to build a station inside here. As electric trains go, this one's pretty solid, very fast acceleration. This would actually be an okay train. There's one of the other TGVs. Is this a more expensive one? Is that a worse one or not? Goes up to 91. It seems to be slower, but fast acceleration and a bit more reliable, but more expensive to run. I actually prefer this one. Though that is orange, which is a big plus. But it's slower. This one's maybe slightly better on some grade. No, it's not even better on gradients, really. This is the one, I'm telling you. This is pretty good. Oh, I'm loving this. And yeah, you are indeed a profitable service. Okay, we'll leave you to it then. Right, so we have our houses. We have our station housed in these two cities now. As you can see here, we've made the connection here. All we need to do is get some basic track up to... Oh, okay, very nice. Again, yes, we've got 6 years then. Average speed is looking great. Company book value, we've smashed it. We're only 1.5 million away from the personal net worth, which we can do through a share buyback potentially. Average speed of 72 this year. We're bringing that average up quite nicely. We've almost got this. So let me take a look here what we can do. I want to keep about 1 million at any given moment kind of on the balance sheet right now. Just so we can be opportunistic if the share price does fall due to market conditions. Oh, just as I say. Alright, let's go ahead and do this now. There we go. Connects to Lyon and Marseille. Those are both done. Last thing we need to do is connect up to Nice here. And then we're all good. This is going to count as mountainous track building, so it's going to be a bit pricey. That'll cost us about 800k in total, but obviously I still need to make the political connection. Oh, the good old Class E111. That is a classic train, isn't it? Modern classic. Yeah, that's a really good one. But obviously, I love my GG1s. I'm going to keep using them for now. Oh, somebody got robbed. Now this is the downside of the TGV. Oh, it is probably going to break down a few times. But hey, that's alright. 65 here. I have a feeling each year counts as one, so it's going to register this as 69, and that's what moves the average up and down. I think. I could be wrong on that. But all in all, we're looking okay here. Let's have a little look at the price of Nice, 1.1 billion. Let's go ahead and do that now. Yeah, so it's done. We've sunk the money into that. We can still buy back some shares if we want. I do plan on doing that to get me over the line in this scenario. Okay, we're up to 1.8 million here. I'm going to go ahead and just get this station built. Where can we build this? Is it like this? That should be it, right? Does that not count? Feels like that should count. Hello? Let me have a little look, see what it says. False, nice. Connected to Paris. False. Okay. Noted. Oh, there we go. That's very odd. But that counts. Okay, good. As long as it counts, I'm happy. Alright, very nice. So the last thing I've got to do then, according to my calculations, we've got double the book value, we've made all the connections, the average lifetime speed is this, personal net worth is the big one, we've done this, passengers hauled, it really does just come down to increasing the share price. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a load of money and buy back a stupid amount of shares, essentially, is kind of the way I want to go here. I can artificially increase the share price temporarily. I think towards the end of the playthrough. Let me just go to the briefing. By the end of 1980. Is it by the end of 1980 I get judged, or if I meet all of these prerequisites for the gold? Yeah, I think it must be by I get judged at 1980 because of the whole average train speed. It wants consistency. So I've kind of got to just sort of play this one through. Okay, with all of this money, I am actually going to build one more train line just because it will increase my average revenue kind of over the course of a long period of time. So, and that is up here. I've managed to get it just right. It's not too crazy expensive. Let's get that Class E111 in here. I just realised that's why it's not crazy expensive. I actually have messed this up, haven't I? No, passengers, I like it like this. Yeah, that's nice. Do it like that, but we are going to have to electrify. Might as well, right? We've got to, if we can increase our revenue, then the share price will go up. That is always what happens. Or increase at least our underlying income, hopefully. Our net income. Sanding, nope. Sanding tower, thank you. Roundhouse, sanding tower. Okay. There you go. There's not many passengers here, but there are some. Just hope this doesn't bring the average speed down too much. It shouldn't, especially if I keep it fairly short like this. Yeah, it's way over that 60 mark. We're only bringing it up, if anything. As soon as I buy back shares, it goes economy cooling. This happens every time. Does the game do this on purpose to me? Did you see that, though? That's a little bit of a coincidence, no? Right, let's do that again. Buy back some more. Is it going to be a crash now? Just what are the odds? This is why I can never get golds in these scenarios. Oh dear, of course this would happen. Well, we're not buying any more engines. We might as well increase passenger revenue by 10% here. I think that's a good way to go. And now our train's been robbed, because why not? At least hopefully we managed to increase that revenue enough to offset the recession. That's a problem. But I think it's a problem we can't pay for it, actually, no. That's very annoying. That is what it is, though. That is what it is. Yeah, we've been screwed over by bad timing. The moment I press, oh, yes, I'd like to buy back shares, it goes, oh, here's a recession. That's not... just horrendous timing. And I think that's going to cost us the gold. I think I'm done trying to get gold. I might just ignore those prerequisites, because I just seem to, like, never get it right. Alright, we're down to our final 2 years. We really need the economy to turn around, because we're only at 50% of the personal net worth. I have been buying back shares like crazy. Maybe a little bit too hard, actually. But I've also replaced this line, the TGV line, with one of these, the E111, just really to lower costs. Our economy is back on track. That is fantastic news. You know what that means? We can probably maybe give ourselves a small dividend or something. I don't know. But we really need this to go up a lot more than it is. Like I said, I'm going to have to artificially increase the share price at some point, I reckon, by buying back a lot of shares. I need to get that up to about 6 million in stocks, I would say. That's probably the only thing I can really do here. But we are getting a bit of money there. Quite a bit of money. We've got a full million, I think. Is it by... say by the end of 1980? By the end of 1980. Okay, well... whatever happens, happens. Well, I don't think I'm going to come even remotely close to where I need to be, despite all of that. Yeah, I think I'm going to buy back some stock now. I mean, it's getting there, but it's got a long way to go. I have also added loads of restaurants everywhere as well. Well, I already had been, actually, slowly, just here and there. But I've kind of packed out a lot more. But we really do need to increase that share price where we can. So it's at 4.5 million. I need to get it up 2 million in the space of a year. If the economy booms, then we've got it. I'm going to wait until near the end of the year and just buy back as many shares as I can and hope for the best. Okay, we're very close to the end of the year right now. Very, very close. So let's go ahead and buy back some stock now. Have a quick look. 5 million. Buy back some more stock. 5.4. Oh my gosh, we are so freaking close. Let's buy back even more. Just as much as we can. Oh, we are just going to be shy. No, we're not. Hang on. Oh, this is going to be cutting it real close. We split 2 for 1. Do we do it? Yes! Yes, we just pulled it off at the last moment. Your success has brought you silver? What? What did I miss? Book value, personal net worth is 5 million. What did I miss? You'll be able to buy yourself a spiffy Nehru jacket. I don't know what I missed. What have I missed? What have I missed? Average speed. I'm sure I did everything. Huh. I think I got everything. If not, I'll put a little written description as to what I've missed when I view this back. Yeah, this is happening all the time now. But anyway, let's end it there.
Nice going in France. An amazing machine, that TGV. Well, now there's an interesting twist waiting for you back in the US.
Okay, the Seattle Metro. This is quite different, this scenario. Well, you'll see next time. You're essentially making a subway system sort of thing, although it's going to be an overground one, isn't it? Yeah, this Seattle metro system. Alright, yeah, and there's no actual specific stations, really. It's sort of just some cargo has to reach any sort of building that it's compatible with. And there's only like 4 types of cargo, I think. But yeah, it's a pretty fun one. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Right, thanks for watching, and see you next time.